Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
Whenever I see them in, various video materials,
like in Real Steel.
Yeah, I don't really care. It's gonna be movie, it can be video clips. As Beryl does not have flash, and is a little bit low.
Yeah, Cuz is gonna come down, see whether he can collect his gold. In goes the Rakan. Beryl shows him the door though. Stand behind Braum, not necessarily doing too much here, as let's see whether they can protect him. The answer's no. Leaper taking a fair bit of damage, but Def is not with enough to get anything back. And that is first blood. Beryl in the area. Cuz turning back up once again as this battle for the dragon continues.
You cannot do this. You don't have cryo.
All right, well, Spear gonna connect onto Def. He might just need to vacate the area as BDD is moving over. Bulldog gonna have to go back as the Glacial Prison goes wide. KT might actually be able to get out of here, but they're not actually going to be able to fight for the dragon. So that is finally going to go over the Kwangdong Freecs, who retain control of the map. Like, neutral objectives feeling like they're in their control. And this has been what Cuz has been very good at.
That's the Nidalee. And Cuz, as we have pointed out, I think when Canyon individually is probably still the best in here.
Yeah, pretty defensive as far as his choices so far. Merctread's a little bit more valuable when it's a cannon instead of a rumble, just because he does have the stun to worry about. Starting off this dragon, Cuz in the vicinity. KT trying to get Andal out of the area. Cuz on a bit of a flank angle here as the teleport comes in. Andal in a bit of trouble. The knock-up comes down and Andal is just wiped off the map. Now Bulldog, he's come on in, he's unbound the soul, and that is going... Speaking of souls, the Swift Rift after the Drift Rift, you love to see it. However, it is very, very close. Sort of just waiting for Leaper to be able to take that one down. Beryl making his way back out to lane. And we're getting slowly but surely towards these 2-item spikes, but we're not there yet for KT. Any Australian movie fans would appreciate that one. A good friend Dale Kerrigan, one of his phenomenal films. But I digress. This top lane out of turret, not going to die just yet. There is quite a bit of defense. And Cuz is looking to just take the first Cloud Drake of the game. Grand Entrance going to connect here onto Pioshik. He is pretty tanky. I believe an Equalizer was just used to clear out that wave as well, and that is going to delay even further. And so Cuz, utilizing this extra time that he has been bought by that Equalizer's use on the top side of the map to guarantee that this Drake does go down. And the smoke and mirrors being utilized beautifully. Bulldog going to have his red buff denied, unfortunately, and by his red buff.
Particularly Zeri and Rakan should not have access to that. That is way too much power. We know how strong movement speed is. So they actually chew through Baron relatively quickly. It's not as good as it gets, but it's also not too far off. For KT, Nash definitely a little bit slower, and we do see the poke coming through here.
He's going to connect onto Beryl. He hasn't used the door just yet. Does use it there as the Glacial Prism will connect, and Andal just explodes once again. The spear not going to land as now Bulldog looking for the angle. They get on top of Pioshik. He flashes, but it's not enough. Def trying desperately to keep himself alive, and he's going to burn down to the godlike Equalizer from the Rumble. Oh my goodness, they just execute all of them. And that should be a free Baron. Andal for 5.
Sustains off of the wave.
Oh, that is completely nuts. He just cleanse flashes, even hit by the shuriken, and then just decides he's not even going to shoot him. Cover me, cover me, cover me is what he was yelling. Oh, he was very... Oh dear. I did think that this was, it was time for the Equilibrium game, but I guess it wasn't.
Maybe the Equilibrium game comes in the next series, because in 2 days they play Gen.G.
Maybe it comes in spring.
Really, if you pull it on a long enough line.
Yeah, this is the thing.
KT is always in.
It'll
give up the Ashe because it felt like you could go for the trade with Ezreal, but now Ezreal is considerably weaker. I'm not agreeing, right? But I know LCK.
This matchup is so incredibly important. Remember, this was the team that was 1 win behind both KT and B&K, and so we'll be able to equalize in that wins column.
Also, we'll pull ahead in game score. Actually, be 4 games ahead if they get to 2-0.
Yeah, there's the Grand Entrance. Equalizer goes down. It is melting them. The barrel is going to fall, but there is the exhaust a bit late onto Perfect, who was already able to take down Andal. But Andal is very happy to die in these fights, because they still win them even after he falls down. So it's not very large, but the Baron is up.
No, like, look at it. Like, it's level 17.
Yeah, it's almost up again.
There's still... Oh, that's a bit risky, to be completely fair. Perfect doesn't have flash, but he does have his ultimate. They're going to see this now.
True Shot Barrage actually pretty valuable there as well, as Beryl going to get tagged. And Andal, he's out of the fight already. Kwangdong Freecs at 50% health as far as these four champions are concerned.
100%.
Yep, KT going for the Hail Mary. And you can understand exactly why. Teleport's going to come in. That ultimate still not up for Dudu, as the stun's going to come down, but the ulti is buffered from Bulldog. The ulti goes to Narnia from Piochik. And down goes the Corki, and so much of the damage is Cuz is just Battle Kitty tearing them apart, and Bulldog, he just win. What? It's an ace for Kwangdong Freecs, and they're going to win the series.
And Bulldog says, Andil, what you can do, I can do better. I can get all of them to go on top of me. And guess what? I won't even die!
That was ridiculous. And Cuz is sitting at 2-0 and 10, and he was just pouncing around the back line. How does that even work? Okay, they're just gonna funnel in. This is Kwangdong Freecs with a 2-0 over KT. Look at that, the equalizer goes down. Dude didn't even have it for the fight.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.